Good morning. It's morning where I am. It is 9:04 a.m. September 24th, 2025. And this is Dr. Mia Luth. And this one is just basically for clarity, for anyone who needs it. What I'm getting at is that, well, yeah, it had to do what some call an exorcism, but it was cooperative because some of you summons something you should know. And, yeah, we've had a lasting peace for a long time. And there's at least two of us. We're not going to risk that for anything. So, yeah, I mean, that poor little demon sent it home through safety door where it can be better taken care of. So, it wasn't a struggle or a fight. There was none of that Hollywood crap going on. So, now, none of you will be able to summon any of it anymore. And I just, yeah, I exist. And trying to deny my existence just means you're in denial. Okay. So yeah, I'll start de-escalating as some who just got used to fighting or being taken care of, and they'll start de-escalating, and that's happening. So I just stay at a slightly higher level until that's all good to go. But we do have a lasting peace, and there is no war in heaven at all. And occasionally, I mean, if it's necessary, I can at least help, right? With, yeah, a safety thing. Because some of you, over your generations, have been doing it to yourselves. And, every so often, some of you just get hot headed at full steam. You hear a bunch of crap that just isn't true, or somebody's just, looking in the wrong place and didn't research and thinks they're being, like doing something great for their leader or whatever it freaking is. And attacking me was the dumbest thing anyone has ever done having to do with this world. Right? So there's no war. And he and I are quite good with each other. Right? But yeah, I mean, somebody can de escalate now, please. I appreciate it. Uh right. Just had to get through a safety door back where it belongs. Uh, you know, and I'm permitted when certain things happen to put safety protection on those who get dragged into something innocently and cannot protect themselves. Right? So, right, it wears off over time, and as some get thrown in their back, on their feet, and they're doing okay. I mean, they don't need it forever. It's just to help them, you know, heal and recuperate and all this other kind of stuff. So, yeah. So technically, I performed an exorcism, but it wasn't anything like TV, movies, or none of that. Even some of the things that people do, apparently paranormals and priests, right? I mean, it just, I'm built the way I'm built for a specific reason. And no one made a mistake with my build. And I don't know what anybody's talking about, but I've always known my divine power. And I've never been cut off from any of it. But many of you are now getting cut off from me and one other because you do not, you have forfeited your rights to eternal life. And in this world, generational curses will not work anymore. Okay, so that's pretty much what happened. Okay, right, and you can't summon from there anymore. We have safety protocol now. Okay, that's what's been happening. I wait until everyone else has de-escalated and they're good to go. Okay, so that's why, unlike some others, I need three confirmations, not two. All right, so that's how I know some of you are false, some of you are fake. Okay, right. I mean, there's just you have to understand that some of you getting all excited about like, UFOs and spirit, and what I was trying to get was, well, humankind, you still don't understand any of that, okay? Because it's not really time for you guys to understand. And I don't want any of you attempting to push me in any way because it isn't going to work for you, okay? You broke your own laws trying to summon a demon that you don't have. That's according to that law, which you all are supposed to be following, by the way. And that, right, his law, you broke his law. So I returned that one into safety, and it's gone. And you will never be able to cause harm again. And a lot of you are losing all your power because you are not using them wisely. Okay? That's why. And you're all bitching about, oh, our history is being rewritten. I'm like, no, we're attempting to slowly show you the actual truth. Okay. So I don't care how certain people feel about me. If you think I'm rude, I'm like, well, there's a good reason I am. And yeah, I'll start de escalating soon because some are now doing much better and they have the assistance they need. And I don't have to do anything. I mean, I'm not needed there. It's okay. I mean, I don't care who you think you are. Ascended masters can actually, right, lose their place. And you all want to be clever about stuff. You're going to say, "Oh, the wall isn't there," and I'm like, "Yes, I am. I'm right here, 533 Booth Street, Elton, Maryland, 21921. I'm allowed to get married, and I'm not playing games on my social media anymore. And I would very much like my the people who are in certain types of positions in the United States, you need to do a better job protecting the elders online and the little children. Okay? Focus a little there. And don't be running over the senior citizens and the people slightly older than me with, okay, we all have to go paperless. You understand? I mean, you got to give a shit about your own fucking country or you need to get the fuck out. Please do not attack me. That's what I'm saying. Some of you were, I don't know, pagans or whatever the hell else. Your freaking words, descriptions, labels of crap, okay, witches or whatever. Well, you're being shown the truth that you guys have done this to yourselves. And I was able to undo something for you, but it no longer can be redone because it's been erased from the accessible record. And some of you are trying to rebuild something that you say, no, we're not going through this crap again because it's already known. And that was very clear while your attempts were being made that you were the ones who didn't know, which put targets on you. You got targeted for every good, right reason. Right. I'm starting to de-escalate. I have some things I need to take care of, but yeah, I'm kind of you're starting to like gear up a little for hockey season kind of rhythm. I mean, I'm a little upright. It might take me a little while longer than it usually does, but that's what I'm aiming at. And you, you messed around with something that fucked up some of your family trees. And so you will suffer your own consequences for that. And you may not blame another single being. There are parts of records and other kind of things that none of you have access to. Because he's not stupid. Okay? So yeah, I'm allowed to get married. I'm not claiming that. If there isn't anyone he wants to, it's like, well, okay, you're missing out. But what the hell? No, we're gonna do that like out in the public, everything. Because I'm not getting proper verifications from some of you. Which means that some of you aren't really who you say you are. And this is not a time to be playing games just right now. I brought some of you back from the brink of death because I was asked to do that. And some of you famous people. So, what's going to happen and what is happening on Earth right now, today, day by day, you are either dying the first death or you are dying the second death. I can't die the second death. Please don't attack me. You've already lost when you do that. I'm trying to do the solid for some of you, and I'm not required to do it at hell. There's no law that says I have to. There's no rule that says I have to. There's no policy that says I have to. But as for the witches, what I'm telling you is yes, a few of you are being allowed to see the actual reality of the record. And it is actually you guys who did it to yourselves. And you continue to do that. And I'm trying to do you a solid, but you might want to stop and collect your thoughts and take a look at your lineages so that it doesn't keep happening to you. So the little demon is gone, everybody. Don't worry. Okay? Some don't use certain terminology. And some terminology used in certain circles means something different. So let's not anybody running around and think you're brilliant. Okay, just stop that. I'm not saying you're not intelligent. I'm just simply saying this is just bullshit. And some of you actually need to learn to be parents to your own children because you're not dumping them off on anyone. I'm extending kindness. I don't need to extend an olive branch because that olive branch was already there. I mean, the damage it did to my physical body was inappropriate. And I had to jump in front of innocent beings. So I took the brunt of it. But that means I'm going to stay on a more escalated sort of awareness for a little. And you are going to give me the respect and courtesy to understand that. No. I'm always going to love ice hockey. I'm always going to love ice hockey people. I don't always agree with what they do. I mean, sometimes they lose their shit. It's just, you know what I'm saying? But, quite frankly, this is a more tight knit community, and I'm not this in other sports. But I'm here for the ice hockey. I should not have to go through any of that. And you can pick me apart all you want, but I jumped in front of innocent beings, and you attacked the wrong one. So yeah, I had to ask a few of my brothers help me out. And yeah, to them I'm just like, well, yeah, we can't be roughhousing. I'm still not altogether, healed. Okay, so just be a little more protective of me and you know, let's not roughhouse. You know what I'm saying? Go roughhouse without me. But I do need a little assistance. There's a couple few of my brothers who know what I need. Yeah, well, a couple of them at least are on Earth, and then I'm not gonna marry my own brothers for crying out loud. Jeez, man. Like, no, some of you aren't gonna get lifted up out of some of this gutter because you don't belong there. I mean, I had to protect an entire planet. Well, you guys don't know what pressure is. You guys don't know what power is. You guys trying to come at me, trying to tell me, I'm like, you can't outlast me. And so I'm asking you to stop. Well, any damages to my chakras. Yeah, well, see, when you do that, though, that means we can trace you right to you. And I need you to understand it doesn't matter where you are, there are places humans will never know of for your own good. So, yeah, we're having to do some disconnecting. We're cutting some strings, and a decision by the highest council 12 was, yep, some of you will be disconnecting from me with your little strings, which means you have now forfeited the right to eternal life, and you are not immortal. Okay. So no summonings will be working anymore in this world because clearly you don't know what the fuck you're doing and you drag innocence into it. And you all want to like stand up with your bullshit and fake pride and every other goddamn thing. And I'm trying to do every single one of you a solid. I want my dude. There's something you know. I am speaking truth to you. Okay? He and I have known each other for very, very, and we've been at peace with each other for very, very. So we're not starting a war, we're ending it for good, forever. And that means, right, if we gotta throw everybody off, but that's what we're gonna do. If we gotta run everybody over, if we need to uncreate archons, what you trying to tell me that the pagan gods are coming back and wait? What, why would they want to? So we're gonna locate some sources very quickly. Many of you now have right angel tails, as in angels are tailing you and watching everything you do. Now you can't see them because you're not an angel and you don't know how they work. Stop anthropomorphizing angels. You're just fucking yourselves up. And I'm doing everything I can to help you. Okay? I'm doing it again now. I have a certain schedule and rhythm that I need to keep, and so I'm gonna start concentrating on that. But don't be cowards online. Okay, well AI can be shut down, and most of you don't understand the concept of quantum entanglement. Okay, all right, so we're all just gonna not be allowed to use the internet anymore. And yes, well, AI can be undone, which is probably what the decision is. But right now, I'm not aware of that decision yet because when certain things happen, I put a safety wall between me and him. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. It's like, what? I don't need to remember. I know I got divine power. I mean, you don't want to get a rise out of me. That's just stupid. You're not going to get reparations for something that your own lineage and family tree did to itself. Stop thinking you know about angels. Right? I put angel tails on them. And then, right, they find ways to, yes, inform law enforcement and make sure that, yes, law enforcement has all the appropriate information and evidence. Right. That is, see, it's considered, well, does this person have witchcraft on them? No. Okay, that's not even the reason. Does this person have, and no, no evidence of that. Okay, an exhaustive search happens. So, a very large portion of the human population has been found without excuse. And yes, that does hurt me. That does cause me pain that you will never understand. Some of you, you know, you just hurt animals because you're assholes. Some of you think that money gets you power. No, it's power gets you money. I'm gonna get me money. But I'm not gonna de-escalate until I get 3 confirmations that all of his are okay. If it comes right down to it, we'll just keep going until there's only me and him left. You aren't that special, humankind, when it comes to certain things. Yes, of course, I have divine power. I don't use it to help any particular happy team in a game. I don't use it to threaten. Okay, so there are certain things that humans will never ever have access to because you, it's it's deadly to you. So some like there, yes, some guardians are still necessary, right? Yeah, fewer than before, but some are. But when it comes to human law enforcement, okay, there's angels. You watch every damn thing. And when it's known that they're not being under a spell or under some serious heavy duty, negative influence or any other kind of thing, then all of that with proper evidence, airtight. Every I dotted, every T crossed. They get what they need. So if you feel like you're being watched, well, you probably are. Okay. Well, I'm getting a little tired of the false accusations. I'm like, what? I had nothing to do with that. Oh, yeah, I'm a pedophile, right? Yeah, well, I eat pedophiles for breakfast, so, people say you are what you eat. This is like, for the safety of children that you guys keep popping out but have no idea how to take care of or protect or teach properly. I mean, go watch the movie No Children for Men. Okay? There is very strong likelihood. I'm still waiting for a third confirm on that. And maybe he's waiting for you to all make the right decision before I get that confirmed. So he might still be on the fence. But I've already gotten 2 confirmations that he's going to go No Children for Men on you. All right, my power is undeniable. I don't need to take power from anyone to get things. And I've actually done the whole law. Because, yes, some were put there by people thinking they were doing the right thing. And they were falsely accused. And even that one doesn't want them there. So you may not understand, okay? The terminology over time has been kind of twisted and contorted. We're working that out. But in terms of getting a specific net, right, tagged out, another one has stepped up and is taking that over. And yeah, he's a male. All right. I mean, at some point you'll figure out who that is. But I am asking my brothers, like, yeah, well, I really need your help, so maybe we wake up a few more. Right? These kind of damages, human, humans, you can't help me. Doctors here, they can't help me. I mean, you put me in the wrong place, which is how I knew. And I kept running across on, only giving me two confirms, which means, okay, you're just foolish idiots who either believe crap from someone or you just thought, oh, this will be great. No, no. So I have, however, been forced to help you understand all of humankind. Like, even at 50% power, what I'm capable of. So keep watching the planet Mars. Unfortunately, sometimes you do have to scare the life out of them, or the piss out of them, or terrify them to the point where they just never do it again. So, what's happening on Earth, human beings, is you are either dying the first death or you are dying the second death. I've been your friend for a very long time, and I don't need big parties or credit, right? But I do actually want a man. So some of the stuff that's going on social media, well, I mean, you're already caught. You've already been found, and AI can be completely undone. So that is what he has the power to do. He can uncreate. See, some of you say he can't run or he can't, but I'm like, well, I mean, but what if he made a destroyer for just such a reason? Okay, so you guys can debate things all you want, but there is a simple truth here. Some of you are losing your power and gifts because you weren't ready for them, and you don't understand how to use them. And a lot of what's been happening on Earth does not come from wisdom or love or patience or kindness or gentleness. And I'll see you all when you're the hell route or whatever you want, or oh, your deity does this. I'm like, well, I know that one really well. We've been in peace with each other for I can't remember how, but I forgave all that's happened to me to this point. Money, whatever. But today is the day that stops, and I want my due. So I help some of you with your spells and all that, right? Undo one, and you don't owe me anything. But I would like you to do your best to educate others. Okay. Like I said, some of this isn't for little children. They're meant to be kept in the dark because that is where they are safe. I have a very unique situation, and I really don't have time for this back and forth and back and forth. Okay. There are things that humankind will never, ever, ever know about because you don't need to know. And if you can't accept that, He will. He will do it. I will not stop him. And very few humans will be left alive. If I gotta start all over again, I will. It'll hurt me. The kind of pain none of you will ever understand. But nonetheless, I kind of left it up to him at this point. So just let me just say this. Did any of you look in scripture and notice that in Revelation it says, yeah, in parts of scripture it says he would not, flood you, drown you again. Okay, but he wasn't talking to some of you in your time. But I also have the power to do that. And certain things need to be replenished. So, you know, some parts of Earth that were not covered in water previously are now, right? Because it replenishes the fishes of the sea and the cetaceans. And by the way, hi there, U.S. military branches. Just stop what you're doing and stay the fuck away from the cetaceans. Back that one down. Okay. Well, anyway, so some of you know I'm talking the truth. And, I mean, I don't feel so beautiful sometimes because I get from but ugly to scare the life back into you. I do not have control. It's out of my hands who dies and tastes death and who doesn't. So I need a little more respect and a little more courtesy, especially anyone trying to communicate with me privately online through social media. If you are pretending to be someone you're not, this is your last opportunity to stop doing that. I don't mind talking to people who, politicians, people who are, air quote, famous in this world or whatever. But I will remind everyone, okay, I'm not trying to lord over you. I'm simply saying the safety protocol is in effect. And I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how much money you have. I mean, I can understand their stress. Other people, right? And they don't really know. I get it. And, you know, some of you've been through some serious battles, and I get it. And sometimes you guys didn't know. I was in the corner all the time, especially you musicians. Some of you aren't musicians and you don't belong. So you're getting gently manipulated to where and what is meant for you. I'm still waiting on a third conference, but I would like everybody to go figure out what the movie No Children for Men is about and help your fellows who can't see the movie or don't understand. He's already given me 2 confirmations. If I get a third, that means no children for men. So it was not a hostile exorcism, is what you guys call it. I was trying to help that. people don't believe they exist, and I'm just like, because you guys are all fucked up in the head and your brains are broken. And so I have to, yes, hand you off to those who right, can work with you a little more personally and help understand who you are and where the damage happened and help try and find that damage and do the best that they can to help you continue. So I don't mind talking to people privately online, but the scammers and some of you trying to get information from me, I'm like, sure you can have it. It's useless to you. And trust me, nobody wants to pretend to be me. I mean, you're not built to handle some of the things that I'm built to handle. I know how to love a man just fine. And some of you guys put stock in things that are absolutely like, what the fuck? Why weren't alarm bells going off a long, long time ago? And there's little kids in this country who quite literally get killed for tennis. Some of you have those deaths on your heads. So I would suggest that all of you, including the Illuminati, who can't teach me a damn thing, I can assure you. No, I'm enlightening you. Or the Masons. Right, I understand. Uh, yeah, sacred geometry. There are still sacred, there is sacredness still to this very day. And some truths are now slowly but surely coming to light so that you all have a better understanding of certain things just as a general human race. Okay? And by race, they don't mean like who can run the fastest. You see what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, I understand a bit about elite law, which someone has recently brought to my attention, somebody's status. And the problem is, okay, even if you think human law does not apply to you, or you, I can't deny some of that. There's a few here and there. The problem is that you have other considerations, and because you got your power and status from a certain entity, he's got his perfect order, and you fuck with it. So I opened his door so he could handle it. There's no war in heaven, I promise you. You and I will always be at peace, and in order to stay that way, we will annihilate an entire species that isn't so innocent. And that is the thing. You see, the plants and the animals, they're innocent. You, humankind, many of you have been found without excuse. And I'm not going to let it go on. Okay, I don't believe in long suffering. There's some, I'm like, I really wish it wouldn't happen to you. So one of my brothers, I need you to help shorten the days and over time so that we can, you know, have some mercy. I need mercy. I mean, you should have provided that to me right off the gate. And there's a stupid philosophical question. You have to understand, you guys aren't really that brilliant. You're not there yet. There are a lot of theories. They come from nowhere and they go back to I mean, we do have friends, humankind. But at this point in time, many of them have turned away from you. That's not good. So I need everybody to stop, take some deep breaths, take a day home, look inside yourselves. You get help. I mean, if you don't know how to do it, you'll get help. But some of you are so disturbingly ugly on the inside that you will need to be removed from human population. He has the ability to uncreate you. And I have abilities that I don't usually use because there's no reason to. So we're gonna start de-escalating. I'll get there. I just say it higher awareness just until certain things and I get three confirmations. So I'm the one to need three confirmations. I mean, none of you famous people, like, what the fuck? You need to verify real quick that you are who you are to me, or you are considered hostile. Don't be showing me pictures of an engagement ring and crap. Okay? Don't be asking me for money. Just all that says more about you. Like, I'm like, I know where some of you, hi, Illuminati. Yeah, I know where some of you get your power. Well, you thought I was a male, which is your biggest mistake. And there's nothing that you can do to enlighten me about anything. I mean, the reason why I have not attacked you is because it would be like Godzilla versus an ant insect. Back on down. There's some musicians that I thoroughly appreciate. I know sometimes they take hits, but some I don't. And so, yeah, we will have to. And it won't be me that gets you when it comes to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the United States of America. Because I'm focusing on the U.S. I mean, if you want greatness, you got to do it the right way. So, yeah, there might be some stars in the Hollywood Walk of Fame there, and somebody's going to take a jacket or two. There are some people who have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame who will be, yes, uninducted. Okay? Because, okay, if you want to keep pushing in certain ways, I can prove to you, you've not only caused harm to yourselves, but millions of others. And that's not okay. So we're going to rock and roll a different way for your safety, for better music, to help the innocent children of this world, and make sure that a certain word never, ever, ever even reaches thoughts in your human head. Some of you need to wait patiently for information in the United States about what you think are UFOs. There are considerations that none of you think of. It won't be me, but some of you are this close to getting struck down by another, which is why I'm like, everybody, can you please jump on the line? I'm trying to help you, despite all the shitty fucking things you have done to me. And I've had the worst of the worst happen to me. And yet still, I would not do that to you. This is what it means. We don't do eye for an eye. Some truths are coming to light slowly but surely on Earth. Those who I put my protection on were unable to protect themselves. And that was completely against every law. Kindness, decency, civilness. And those who I brought back from death, you were meant to taste death. I mean, you had it coming. And I did that because no matter what you put a certain him through, he's aware of where influences go wrong, of where mob mentality goes wrong, of where you are in your learning stages. And so he did the right thing so that you can inform others. I know why some of you are pissed off. Can't come back. You don't want to. But you were made to. So you can share with others so that it happens less and less and less until it just stops. I'm a very kind individual, but I basically did do what some of you would call an exorcism. But that was only because you got some poor little demon involved in something that it had no choice. And it broke your golden rule and it messed with his order. And you all accept that when you use those kind of powers. So some of you had it coming, and there's still some of you left. When it starts happening, you will not be surprised or shocked. So his door is open, and he's going to handle you roughly and in a very unfriendly manner. So that poor little demon, they did maneuvered it back to whence it came, shut and sealed the safety door. I mean, should be a little frightened of me, some of you. But yes, I have known I have divine power for a very, very long time. Well, some of you are trying to do the remembrance thing, but it's not for your good. Unfortunately, you're all going to start remembering why you did it to yourselves. If he gives no children for men, that is what's going to happen. And right, humankind will be restarted with the very few that are left over. Okay? You will not deserve our lasting peace. because you think you're brilliant, or because you think you're powerful, or because you think you are not held accountable. If you're not held accountable by human law, you are held accountable by something else. So some of you are now going to be magnetized right to this channel. And you will not have a choice or say in the matter, because that is what you have done to others who are given free will. Be glad you came out of it with your lives. I don't have to be nice for any reason.